Good morning students. In this session we are going to learn about the representation of rational numbers on a number line. So this is called to be a number line. So listen here. In this number line, the number 0 represents the origin. What is the number? 0 is a number that represents origin. The positive values be represented on the right side of the origin. This is origin, the right side of origin is only. So I can write 1, 2. Next, the negative values represented on the left side of the origin. Where is the left side? This one is the left side. So 0, -1 and -2. So rational number is in the form of P by Q, where Q doesn't equal to 0. So take one example. Here I have taken the example 1 by 2. How you represent this 1 by 2 on the number line? So first check whether the given rational number is in the form of proper fraction or improper fraction. So whether you are going to check this one, first you need about the proper fraction and the improper fraction. So listen here. The proper fraction, which indicates the numerator value is less than the denominator. The given numerator value is less than the denominator. The rational number should be less than 1 and greater than 0. So our rational number, here we are represented now. So that can be in between this 1 and the 0. So greater than 0 and which is less than 1. In which case, if the numerator value is less than the denominator. So here I have taken another example. Represent 2 by 3 on a number line. First you have to check whether the 2 by 3 is a proper fraction or not. What is the case given? Numerator value is less than the denominator. So 3 is the biggest one, 2 is the smallest value. So 3 is what? Greater than the numerator. So denominator value is greater than the numerator. You can say this is a proper fraction. If it is a proper fraction, the rational number should be less than 1, which is less than 1 and greater than 0. So how we represent this one is, so what is the denominator? Here the denominator is 3. So you have to separate this 0 to 1 value into a 3 portion. So I have separated. This is one portion, 1, 2, another one, 3 portion. So you can write this. How you can write this means, so first number is 0. So 0 by 3. The second value is 1 by 3. Next one 3 by 3. At last 3 by 3. So listen carefully. 0 by anything is 0. So next 1 by 3. Next 2 by 3. So 3 by 3 is again 1. So we can easily say this 2 by 3 lies between 0 and 1. So where is the point indicates? Represent 2 by 3 on a number line. So it indicates here. This is the 2 by 3. So listen carefully. So if they ask you to represent the given rational number in the number line means, you have to check whether the given rational number or given fraction is proper fraction or improper fraction. First you have to check, that means you can easily draw the number line. So next is that the rational number should be less than 1 and greater than 0. That means it is a less than 1 and greater than 0. It lies in between that 0 and 1 only. So using this we can apply this also. So what is the value here? Here the value is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 means it accepts that case. The numerator value is less than the denominator. Denominator is the highest value, numerator is lower. So we can say this is a proper fraction. So rational number should be less than 1 and greater than 0. Less than 1 and greater than 0. It lies between 0 and 1 only. So how we can represent? It is in division it is 2. So you can divide into a 2 part only. So it can be represented as what? This can be represented as 0 by 2. The center part is 1 by 2. Again this part is 2 by 2. So 0 by 2 is, you get the value 0. The center point is 1 by 2 and the the last part is 2 by 2. If you cancel this 2 by 2, again you get the value 1. So we can simply say this 1 by 2 lies in between that 0 and 1. So here is your indication. You can represent this one as a 1 by 2. So next topic is about the improper fraction. So proper fraction you can clear with this two examples I think. So move on to the next one is improper fraction. What do you mean by improper fraction? First, numerator value is greater than the denominator, opposite of this one. Here the denominator is the biggest value, but for improper fraction, numerator value is biggest 1. So the rational number should be greater than 1. If it is denominator is highest, you can say this lies between 0 and 1. If the numerator is highest, we can say it is always greater than 1 only. So our example represents 7 by 4 on a number line. So how we can represent this one means, so you have to change this improper fraction into a mixed fraction first. So take division. So 7 divides 4. So 4 ones are 4. Our remainder is 3. So how we can write this one? So it is a form of Q or by D. Quotient, remainder and divisor. So what is our quotient from this? Our quotient is 1. So then remainder, our R is 3. Divisor is 4. So this 7 by 4 can be rewritten as 1 3 by 4. Improper fraction can be changed to be a mixed fraction. That means this 1 is the whole portion. This 3 by 4 is a fractional portion. This is a whole part, this is a fractional part. That means one whole part with that fractional part. So we can simply say it is greater than 1. So here it is 1. So we can say it is greater than 1 and it is less than 2. Lies in between the 1 and 2 only. So listen. So here check the denominator. Denominator is 4. So you have to divide the portions into 4. So check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have divided these portions into 4. So you can represent, give the notation. This is the whole part. This whole number can be written as it is. For the next one you can write the fractional part. So first fractional part is 1 by 4. Next one is 2 by 4. Next 3 by 4. So 4 by 4 again you get the value 1. So already one whole part with that another whole part takes the part as 2. So how you can write this means 1 plus 3 by 4. So again you get the value 7 by 4. Check this one. 1 into 4 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 by 4. So that means one whole part with that fractional part. So using the denominator you can separate the number line. So one whole part, the next part can be written the fraction. 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4. So where does 7 by 4 represent? It represents here only. So it lies in between the number 1 and 2. So listen once again. The representation of rational number on a number line. So this is the number line. Simply you draw a straight line with the number 0. The 0 is called to be an origin. So it have represented in the center or in place. So the positive value represented on the right hand side of the origin. Where you can read the 0 on the right hand side. How to mark the positive values. Negative values can be represented on the left hand side of that 0. So for example, I am taking 1 by 2. So you have to check the 1 by 2 whether it is a proper fraction or improper fraction. If it is proper fraction, it lies in between that value 1 and 0. Otherwise it is improper fraction, it is always greater than 1. So check the results. The numerator value is less than the denominator. We can say it is a proper fraction, and the rational number should be lies between. Our rational number is what form? It is in the form of P by Q. That can be lies in between the less than 1 and greater than 0. Next, move on to the improper fraction. The numerator value is greater than the denominator is called to be an improper fraction. So the rational number should be greater than 1. So we are writing the rational number, it must be like greater than 1 only. So these are the examples for the representation of rational numbers on a number line using proper and improper fraction. Our next topic is methods of representing a rational numbers on a number line. So already we saw something in the fraction and the improper fraction, how we can draw the number line. So here we can see the procedures and methods how we can draw a number line. So listen, first step, draw a line and locate the point as 0. First of all, draw a line and locate the point that is 0. 0 means the origin. So then, given number is positive, mark it on the right side of the origin. So that also we already saw in the previous topic. Given number is positive, mark it on the right side of the origin. This is our step 2. And what is the step 3? The negative number marks it on the left side of the origin. So our given number is negative means we can mark it on the left hand side of the origin. So the final one is divide each unit into the value which are equal to the denominator of the fraction. How to check the denominator of the fraction? Using that value, how to divide the quotients in the number line. So with this data, we can do a representation on a number line. So listen, draw a line and locate the point 0. 0 represents the origin. So this is our line. I am representing the value, the point as 0 in this number line. So given number is positive, mark it on the right hand side of the origin. So here this 4/5 is the what number? That is the positive value only. So we have to denote that value in the which side? Right hand side of the origin. So we have to separate the values now. So using this final step, divide each unit into the value which are equal to the denominator of the fraction. Here our denominator is 5. So you have to divide the quotient into 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Another value is 5. So it is a proper fraction or improper fraction. It is a proper fraction because our numerator value is less than the denominator. The rational numbers lies in between, that means less than 0, less than 1 and greater than 0. So how we can represent this 4/5 in the number line means you have to start the values. It is greater than 0 and it is less than 1. So start our representing. So our denominator is 5. So 0/5, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5 and next one is 5/5. So listen here, 0/5 again it is value of 0. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. They ask you to give the value, mark it on the 4/5 on the number line. So this is the point how to mark. This is 4/5. 5/5 again represents the one value only. So from this we can say the value 4/5 lies in between 0 and 1. Listen carefully. Given number is positive, mark it on the right hand side of the origin. So given value is positive, we can mark it on the right hand side. So already we keep the values in between the 0 and 1 only. So it will be represented on where? It will be represented on the positive side. It means right hand side of the origin. This is the origin, right hand side of the origin. So next, the number is negative. Mark it on the left side of the origin. So it is a negative value. So you can take 0 and -1. So why it is lies between the 0 and -1 means it is a negative value. If it is positive, it is lies between 0 and 1. So it is negative, so it is lies between 0 and -1. So using the similar model we can write. So this can be represented as 0 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, again 5 values. So the second value is minus 1 by 5. So because this is the left hand side of the origin, so every value will be the negative value. So 0 by 5, next one is minus 1 by 5, how to reduce 1 by 1. Next value is 2 by 5, and another value is 3 by 5, next value is 4 by 5, at last 5 by 5. The denominator is 5, so we have dividing this number line in between 5 portions. So it is lies in between the 0 and minus 1. So that can be represented as 0 by 5, minus 1 by 5, minus 2 by 5, minus 3 by 5, minus 4 by 5, at last minus 5 by 5. So minus 5 by 5, again you get the value as negative 1. So what they asked you to represent? They asked you to represent the point, mark the point minus 4 by 5. It is the minus 4 by 5. So if they asked you to draw the values for both, if it is, they ask you to find the value of 1 by 2 and negative 1 by 2 means how you can represent that value. The center must be the origin, that is 0. So positive value means you have to represent it on the right hand side of the origin. This is the right hand side of the origin. So where this value lies? This lies in between 0 and 1 because this is also a proper fraction. So it lies between 0 and 1. So how many parts it will be divided? It is divided into 2 parts. So this is one part, again this is another part. So you can represent 0 as 0 by 2, 1 by 2, 2 by 2. 0 by 2 is again 0, this 2 by 2 is again 1. So in between this, the 1 by 2 will be there. So you can represent this one as a 1 by 2. And they ask you to find another one value, minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 lies in the left hand side of the origin. This is origin, left hand side will be this side. So these also lies between. So this is what? Lies between 0 and positive 1. This value lies in between negative 1 and 0. So this is also in division given 2. So denominator is 2. We can divide into 2 portions. So this can be already represented as 0 by 2. The next value is minus 1 by 2. Our next value is minus 2 by 2. So if you cancel this, you can get the value as negative 1. 0 by 2 is 0. So you can mark these 2 points. What are the points? Minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Here already we have obtained the value of 1 by 2. Now we are going to mark minus 1 by 2. This is the way we have to represent. So listen here, method of representing a rational number on a number line. So first thing you have to keep in mind is, first you have to draw a line and locate the point 0, that means origin. Locate the point as 0, that is called to be an origin. Next listen, the given number is positive. Mark it on the right hand side of the origin. So if you are given rational number is positive, how to mark it on the positive, that means right side of the origin. Next, if it is negative, that means your given rational number is negative, you can mark it on the left hand side of the origin. Left hand side of the origin. This is our right hand side. This is our left hand side. Right hand side of the origin is positive. Left hand side of the origin is negative. This is a simple data you have to keep in the mind. And final step is divide each unit into the value which are equal to the denominator of the fraction. So what they given in the fraction, what the denominator, so that values will be divided. If it is 1 by 2, you have to divide the two values as 2. If it is 3, you can divide that proportions into 3. So simply we can take, this is one short list. 1 by 2 means you have to cut it into 2 portions. So So 1 by 2 represents this is from the 2 part I have cutted. So in denominator can write 2. So this one will represent 1 by 2. From this 2 portion, only one portion in my hand. So listen to the example number 21. Represent 14 by 3 on a number line. So check, the question is an improper fraction because the numerator value is greater than and denominator value is lesser. So find the mixed fraction value for this. So 3 can be kept outside. 14. 3 into how much is 14? 3 into 4 is 12 only. So reminder, we can get the value as 2. So I have already given the quotient, remainder, divide, sir. So what is our quotient here? Our quotient is 4. What about the remainder? Our remaining value is 2. Then what is our divisor? We have divided the value with the 3. So these things have to keep changing the improper fraction. Improper fraction into a mixed fraction. From these we can say easily where that value represented on the number line. So listen carefully. If you divide 14 by 3, you get the value 4 2 by 3. That means 4 whole parts with the addition 2 by 3 fractional part. 4 whole parts plus 2 by 3 fractional part. 4 whole part means it is greater than 4 and less than the other number 5. So which is lies between 4 and 5. So how we can say? So the given value number is improper fraction. Okay, given number is an improper fraction but changed into a mixed fraction. So this is lies between the rational number lies between which two numbers? It is lies between which is greater than 4 and less than 5. Which is lies in between 4 and 5 on a number line. So here number only I have written the short form MO. So given number is an improper fraction, we have changed it to a mixed fraction. So using that we can say the rational number lies between 4 and 5 on a number line. So 4 whole part additions 2 by 3 fractional part. So using this denominator we are going to divide it into a quotient. So the denominator is 3. You have to divide this quotient into 3. 1, 2, 3. So from this you can write 4 whole part no. So you can keep as it is. So next one is what? 1 by 3 and another one is 2 by 3. At last this 3 by 3 can get the value as 5. So 4 it lies in between the 4 and value 5. So using that division denominator value we can going to divide that 4 and 5. So here the denominator is 3, so I have separated into 3 parts. So in between we can write 4 1 by 3, 4 2 by 3. Okay. So what is our question? They asked you to represent 14 by 3 on a number line. So that is 4 2 by 3. So here only that value 4 2 by 3 or else you can write 14 by 3. So listen carefully. Represent 14 by 3 on a number line. So here they ask you to represent minus 4 by on your number line means you can simply represent that as it is because it is a what? Proper fraction. So proper fraction lies in between 0 and 1 only. But for improper fraction it is greater than 1. We don't know how the number ends there. So we using that property that improper fraction changes to be a mixed fraction. So listen, 14 by 3 can we divide and get the value? Quotient remainder by divisor. Our quotient is 4, remainder is 2, our divisor is 3. So 14 by 3 can be represented as 4 2 by 3 in a mixed fraction. So given number is improper fraction, we have changed that one as a mixed fraction. So using that mixed fraction, we can say the rational number lies in between the 4 and 5 because 4 whole part and 2 by 3 fractional part. So using this we can say it is greater than 4 and less than the next number. What is the next number about that 4? Next number is 5. So we can say it is greater than 4 and less than 5. So now represented the number line. So you can draw the lines. It's using the points 4 and 5. The fractional part how you can represent means you have to look the denominator value. The denominator value is 3. So you can divide the portions into 3. 1, 2, again 3. So in between the values that is 1 by 3, 2 by 3. They ask you to mark only 14 by 3. So this is the point. 4, 2 by 3 or else 14 by 3. Rational number between any two rational number. So now we are going to find in rational number between these two rational number. So listen, using the two ways we have to find them. Same values of denominator, different values of denominator. First one is same values of denominator. If the denominators are same, check the value of the numerator. The denominators are same, check the value of your numerator. So it is in the case of increase of 1 for the numerator. We can increase 1 by 1 but without changing the value of the denominator. Denominator you should not change. You should change only the numerator with increase of 1 by 1. So listen, denominators are same. If our denominators are same, then only we have to check the value of the numerator. You can check this numerator value. The increase of 1 for the numerator. Increase of 1 means addition of 1 for the numerator without changing this denominator. So our given value is 3 by 8. We can increase one more thing. So our other value is what? 4 by 8. Next one is 5 by 8. Again 6 by 8. 7 by 8. So in between this 3 by 8 and 7 by 8, there will be a 3 numbers. In between this 3 by 8 and 7 by 8, there will be 3 rational numbers. So what are they? That is 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8. Using this point, we can increase the numerator 1 by 1 without changing the denominator. If they ask you to write any 3 rational number between 3 by 8 and 7 by 8 means you can write the values as 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8. It is easy to write. But they ask you to find 5 values of rational number in between this 3 by 8 and 7 by 8. What we can do here? The one thing you have to do is you have to multiple both numerator and denominator. You have to keep this one in mind. You have to multiple both numerator and denominator with that value 10. So if you multiple the numerator and denominator with 10 means 3 into 10 is 30. Likewise 3 into 8 into 10 is 80. So listen carefully. So simply we can write 3 numbers from this, but they ask to find means we have to use this value. So you have to multiple both numerator and denominator with that 10. So 3 into 10 is 30, 8 into 10 is 80. So the next value also have to change it. 7 into 10. So 7 into 10 is 70. Then 8 into 10 is 80. So in between these we have 39 rational numbers. So in between these we can write 39 rational numbers. So you can subtract 70 by 30, there will be 40. So in between these means you can write at least 39 numbers, 39 rational numbers in between this. For example, we can write 31 by 80, 42 by 80, 56 by 80, 63 by 80, 69 by 80. So any of the number you can take 100, but it must be lines between this 30 by 80 and 70 by 80. So that's why I have told you 39 rational numbers between these two rational numbers. So you can check 31, 32, 33. Like this, if you arrange, you can get 39 values. So I have taken only 5 values from that and have written here. 31 by 80, 42 by 80, 56 by 80, 63 by 80, 69 by 80. Or else they ask you to find 10 values, means you can write in between that the 10 values is possible. But they ask you to find 50 values. Is it possible here? Here we can get only 39 numbers only. So in this case, we have to multiply this 3 into 100, 8 into 100. So 7 into 100, 8 into 100. Likewise, if you increase that into a even fraction, you can get more values. Okay. So the different values of denominator. This is the procedure for same value of denominator. If our denominators are different, what we will do? That will be given here. The denominators are different, it should be equated. Whether our denominators are different, you have to equate that one first. Then, equating the denominator can be done by. So, we have said here to equate. How it is possible means you can do this way. Finding LCM. Either you can use LCM method or else multiplying the denominator of one to both of the numerator and denominator of the other. That means cross multiplication method. Here is the value a by b, here is the value c by d. So using the cross multiplication method, a into b, then b into c. In division, we can write both denominator values as bd. So this only represented here. Multiplying the denominator of one to the both numerator, one to the both numerator and denominator of the other. So that is mean for this cross multiplication method. If this is one fraction, that is rational number a by b, another rational number c by d, you can represent that as like this. So check with this example. Example number 22. Find 4 rational number between the 3 by 4 and 4 by 5. So now try the solution. So first we have to take LCM because different values of denominator. Here the denominator is 4, another denominator is 5. So since the denominators of difference, you can take LCM. LCM of 4 and 5. 4 is the even number, 5 is an odd number. So first you have to do for this 2 table 2 times. 5 comes as it is. Then again you can divide it with the 2 table 1 time 5 times. Next you can do with the 5 table 1 time 1 time. Now multiply these values. So 2 into 5. Our value is 4 into 5, which is equal to 20. 20 is the LCM. So you have to change 3 by 4 into. So when this 4 changes into 20, means if you multiply that value with 5 only. So both numerator and denominator can be multiplied with that 5. 3 5s are 15. Then 4 5s are 20. So listen, next term, what is our next term is 4 by 5. When these 5 changes into 20 means this 5 changes into 20 when it is multiplied by 4 only. So you can multiply both numerator and denominator into 4. So this is 4 4s are 16, 5 4s are 20. Now let's check. Both the denominators are same. The denominators are same. Check the value of numerator. Not check the value of numerator. 15 and 16. So what's the next point? Increase of 1 for the numerator without changing the value of denominator. If you increase 1 with that 15, you get 16 only. So already 16 is there. So we cannot write the values using that 15 by 20 and 16 by 20. We cannot represent the 4 rational number. So we have to change that one using this condition. So here we can return in between 3 by 8 and 7 by 8 3 numbers. But if they ask for 5 numbers means we have to multiply this numerator as well as denominator into 10. Using that quotient we are going to do. So 15 by 20 into. So both numerator and denominator gets multiplied with 10. So what are the values? 50 into 10 is 150 divided by 20 into 10 is 200. Similarly, how to write that 16 by 20 also. 16 by 20 into 10 by 10. So 16 tens are 160 divided by 200. So let's check both the denominators are same. Our numerators will be 150 and 160. So you can write the numbers between 150 and 160. 151, 152. 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159. In between this 150 and 160, there will be 9 numbers. There will be a 9 rational number in between where 150 and 160. So this can be written as 151 divided by, here denominator is 200. 152 divided by 200, 153 divided by 200, 154 divided by 200, 155 divided by 200, 156 divided by 200, 157 divided by 200, 158 divided by 200, 159 divided by 200. So these are the possibilities in between this 150 by 200 and 160 by 200. They asked you to find 4 rational numbers between this 3 by 4 and 4 by 5. This 3 by 4 and 4 by 5 can be equated and written as 15 by 20 and 16 by 20. From this we cannot write that 4 rational number. Again we are doing that process as multiplying both numerator and denominator with the value 10. If you multiply this both numerator and denominator with the 10, we can get 150 by 200 and 160 by 200. This 150 by 200 and 160 by 200, there will be a 9 rational numbers there. You can, from these you can select and write 4 rational numbers. So now alternatively I am selecting 4 numbers. What are the numbers? 4 rational numbers between, our question is what? 3 by 4 and 4 by 5, or you can write 151 by 200. You can write continuously. So it is no problem, or else you can select what number you want from this 9 number. I am selecting the alternative numbers 151, 153 by 200, 155 by 200, at last 157 by 200. So in this way you can do similar problems I have given you in the worksheet. So for this you have to do the concept carefully. So using the concept only you can be able to do the sums. So listen to the concept. The rational numbers between any 2 rational number. Any 2 rational number is the given question. You can write so many rational numbers between these using the similarities. So listen, same value of denominator. If the question is given the same value of denominator means how to do? Denominators are same. Check the value of numerator. Denominators are same. Check the value of the numerator. So the numerators are 3 and 7. Increase of 1 for the numerator without changing the value of the denominator. So here is the denominator. You should not change. Numerator only increased by 1 by 1. So in between this 3 by 8 and 7 by 8, I can increase and write 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7. So that is the value. So the denominator will not be changed as it as this. So we can write from this 3 by 8 and 7 by 8. In between there will be a 3 rational number. 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8. If they ask you to find 5 values from this, means you can do the calculation with 3 into 10, 8 into 10. Likewise 7 into 10 and 8 into 10. So as we get 30 by 80 and 70 by 80. In between these two numbers, you can have 39 rational numbers. In between these, you can have 39 rational numbers. So like as I wrote, likewise you can write something that is 31 by 80, 32 by 80, 33 by 80. So from that I have taken 5 values: 31 by 80, 42 by 80, 56 by 80, 63 by 80, 69 by 80. These are the values in between these two rational numbers. So our next rule is different values of denominator. Our denominators are different, it should be equated. Here is the denominators are same. If it is different, we should have to equate that one. Equating the denominator can be done by two ways. One is finding LCM, another one is cross multiplication method. So see with this example, find 4 rational numbers between 3 by 4 and 4 by 5. So both the denominators are different. We have to take LCM. You can get the value as 20. So you have to change both the denominator into 20. Then check 15 by 20, 16 by 20. In between you can write increasing value, you can write any values. No. If you increase 1 with that 15, you can get 16. So it is not possible. So on that case, I am doing that multiplication as well as division with that number. I have get 150 by 200 and 16 by 20. Multiplying and dividing we get what? 160 by 200. From these two, I can have 9 values. 9 rational numbers will be in between 150 and 160. So you can choose any of the 5 numbers as 4 numbers to write. Okay. Alternative method of finding rational number between any two rational number. First we have found the same value of denominator and next different value of denominator. Using that we can find the values, or else alternative method is about the arithmetic mean of two numbers A and B. That means any two numbers. The formula is A plus B divided by 2. You can take this value as A and next value as B. So that values should be add and divide with the value 2. So listen here. 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 divide 2. This is the formula. So listen here. So check whether it is a same value of denominator or different value of denominator. So from this we can say this is a different value of denominator. If it is different value of denominator, we can find LCM. So find the LCM for 2 and 4. So both are even number, comes in a 2 table. So write 2 1 times, 4 comes as 2 times. Again you can divide the value with 2. 1 time, 1 time. Now multiple. 2 2s are 4. Our LCM is 2 into 2, which is equal to 4. So listen here. So you can write that 1 by 2. When this 2 changes into 4, so this 2 changes into 4 if you multiply the value with 2. So multiple both numerator and denominator with 2. So here the value is 4 already. So 3 by 4 can be right as it is. Here only 2, so we can multiple the both numerator and denominator with the value 2. So here is the division. This can be rewritten as 2 by 1. 2 by 1 again 2. So listen here. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 2s are 4 plus 3 by 4. So as we saw already the division properties of division. If it is division, you can change that to a multiplication using the reciprocal. The reciprocal is 2 by 1 gets reciprocal as 1 by 2. So listen, both the denominators are same, we can add the numerators. 2 plus 3 is 5 into 1 by 2. There is no way for cancellation, so you can multiply the numerator and denominators. 5 into 1 is 5, 4 into 2 is 8. So this is the arithmetic mean of 1 by 2 and 3 by 4, which is equal to 5 by 8. Therefore, the arithmetic mean 5 by 8 lies between which two numbers? This lies between 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. So listen carefully, you can find this way only. This is the alternative method for finding the rational numbers between any two rational numbers. So formula for that is the arithmetic mean of two numbers A and B is A plus B divides 2. So our given question is 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. So you can add the two numbers and divide the value with 2. So either the denominators are same only, we can add. If it is different, you have to use this method using LCM or else cross multiplication method. I have used here LCM method only. So if you take LCM, the LCM value is 4. When this 2 changes into 4 means if you multiply and divide it the 2 only. So the second portion already it is 4. So you can, both the denominators are same, you can add the numerators. The value is 5 by 4. So this division gets changed into multiplication, the values get reciprocal. So there is no way of cancellation, so you can multiply both numerator as well as the denominator. 5 into 1 is 5, 4 2s are 8. So this is the arithmetic mean 5 by 8 lies in between the value 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. So I think you will be clear with this number line. So do your homeworks regularly and send it to your WhatsApp group. Thank you students. Today we are going to do the activity for the rational numbers on a number line. How we are going to represent that in a number line. So listen here, in a statement we have shown already, you can refer the classwork for the data. In the number line, the number 0 is called the origin. This is the number line. In the center, that 0 is called to be what? It is an origin. The right side of the origin will be a positive values. Look at here, 1, 2, 3, up to etc. It may moves on. So, the center part that is called to be an origin, which is 0. The right side of that 0 is positive values. And listen, to the left side of the 0 is what? Negative values. That means these are the integers. So I have taken integers first to represent this number line. Afterwards we see about the rational numbers, how we can represent the number line. So listen carefully. In a number line, the number 0 is called an origin. All the positive are represented on the right side of the origin and the negative values are represented on the left side of the origin. Next one is proper fraction. The numerator value is less than the denominator value. The rational number should be where? Less than 1 and greater than 0. So listen to the theory part. The numerator value is less than the denominator value. Here I am having one example for you. So look at the example. 2 by 4. Check with these values. This is numerator and this is denominator. The numerator value is less than the denominator. Then we can call this one as a proper fraction. With the picture representation, we can take an apple and cut it into 4 portions. With this 4 portion, I have shaded 2 portions. That means I am now going to take these 2 portions out from there. What are the remaining portions? That also 2 by 4. So this is a simple representation for the proper fraction. So what is the theoretical part here? The numerator value is less than the denominator value. Now listen here, this is the representation of a number line. As we said already, proper fraction, that is the numerator value is less than the denominator. Then the rational number should be, how it should be? It should be lies between less than 1 and greater than 0. It must be lies between the 0 and 1, but less than 1 and greater than 0. So I have drawn a line that lies between 0 and 1. So what is the value here? 2 by 4. That means this 0 and 1 can be divided into 4 portions. So now I am writing, listen here. This can be represented as 0 by 4. And next line is 1 by 4. Then 2 by 4. Then 3 by 4. At last, we can write this as 4 by 4. So listen carefully. If the value is, that means the numerator is less than the denominator, your value must be lies between 0 and 1. You can look at the denominator portion. Denominator portion is 4. So you have to divide the 0 and 1 with the 4 equal parts. So that can be represented as a number. 0 can be represented as 0 by 4 because each and every number will be divided by 4 only. It can increase 1 by 1. So after 0, what will comes? 1. So 1 by 4. 1 next to the 2 by 4. Next 3 by 4. At last 4 by 4 can be again, if you cancel this 4 by 4, what is the value? Again 1. So 0 by 4 also 0. So we can say this number 2 by 4 lies in between this value 0 and 1. So this is the representation of a proper fraction. What? On a number line. Okay. So listen carefully. If it is proper fraction, so how can we say this one is a proper fraction? Means you have to look both numerator and denominator. If your numerator is less than this denominator value, so 4 which is greater than this 2. So from this we can say lies between 0 and 1. Which of the statement is less than 1 and greater than 0? Which is correct? Less than 1 and it is greater than 0. So how we can divide this? 1 portion, 2 portion, third and fourth. The 0 and 1 can be divided into 4 portion and 1 we can increase, it will be 1 by 1. So this is the best example for the proper fraction. So listen here. I am having one activity for you. So this is the biscuit, that means one whole biscuit. So this one can be divided into 4 portions. Now I have separated into 4 portions. So 2 by 4 represents this only. From the 4 portions, I have taken only 2 portions. This is the representation of this value. Our next fraction is improper fraction. What is the definition for the improper fraction? The numerator value is greater than the denominator value. The numerator value is greater than the denominator value. So here is the example 9 by 4. So numerator is greater than this denominator. So we have already saw in the theoretical part that 9 by 4 cannot be represented in the number line. In this case, we are going to change these improper fraction into another fraction that is called to be a mixed fraction. So listen here. So our example 9 by 4 I have written here. So how can we divide this one? So look at here. 4 will be taken as a divisor. Then the value is 9. So 9 is that comes in 4 table? No. 8 only comes. So 8 how many times? 2 into 4 is 8. So the remainder is 1. So if you change improper fraction into a mixed fraction, so what is the idea? Quotient, remainder, divided. So what is the quotient from this? This 2 is the quotient. Then here 1 is a remainder. This 4 is a divisor. So you can change and write this improper fraction into a mixed fraction. What is the quotient? Quotient is 2. What is the remainder? Remainder is 1. What is the divisor? Divisor is 4. So this 9 by 4 can be changed into 2, 1 by 4. Now it is easy to represent in a number line. So before going to the number line, we can see some more activity also. So listen. Now we are going to see the pictorial representation for this value 2 1 by 4. Now I am taking the 3 apples. Okay. So this is the whole part. So you can take 2 apples fully, and then third apple will be 1 by 4. That will be a fractional part. So if you saw this one, you can understand easily. So 1 means I have taken 1 whole apple. So here the whole part is what? 2. So I can take another 1 whole apple. So this is also fully shaded. Then look at the fractional part. What is the fractional part? 1 by 4. So I have shaded. The apple will be cut into 4 portions. 1 portion is shaded. So this is the pictorial representation of the value 2 1 by 4. 2 whole parts with 1 by 4 fractional part. So this is 1 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 1 by 4. This is the pictorial representation. Now you can check also. So how many portions are shaded here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now you got what values? 9 values. So listen here. I have represented here the apple 2 1 by 4. But you have counted here shaded portion. No. How many portions are shaded? So 9 portions are shaded. So from this we can say it is both are equal. So 9 by 4 which is equal to 2 1 by 4. We can take some more example for this also. So you can listen here. So like that apple I am taking biscuit here. This is the 3 whole biscuits. So what is the value we have to represent here? 2 1 by 4. That means 2 whole biscuit and 1 by 4 what biscuit? Fractional part biscuit. So each and every biscuit can be cut into 4 portions. So here only 1 portion will be left from that 4. So these are whole biscuit. So 1, 2 whole biscuit. This is the 1 by 4th portion of that biscuit. So this is the easy way of representation. Also you can check the improper fraction value also. So add the portions we have separated here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can easily say this 9 by 4 which is equal to 2 1 by 4 with this example. Next we are going to represent that improper fraction in a number line. So already we have done one work, that is improper fraction will be changed into mixed one. So that I have noted here. Improper is changed into mixed fraction here. It is only the easy way to represent the numbers on the number line. So which means what? This 9 by 4 can be changed into a mixed fraction 2 1 by 4. This means with the activity we can say 2 whole part and 1 by 4 fractional part. So if this proper fraction, the value must be lies between the 0 and 1. But it is improper that rational should be a greater than 1. So greater than 1 means here the value is 2. So 2 and what given? 2 1 quarter only given. That means it lies between 2 and 3, which is greater than 2 and less than 3. So here is the representation of the value. So listen, 2, this is 1 by 4 and next one is 2 by 4, next one 3 by 4. So each and every portion can be divided into 4 portions. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from this we can say next part is what? 4 by 4, again it is 1. So I have represented these 3 values only. This is called to be 2 1 by 4, 2 2 by 4, 2 3 by 4. At last it becomes as a 3. So what is our question? 9 by 4 changed into a mixed fraction, we get the value as 2 1 by 4. So where we have to represent the 2 1 by 4? So listen. So how we can represent this 2 1 by 4 on this number line? So it is lies between 2 and 3. So we can divide this 2 and 3 into a 4 parts because the denominator is 4 here. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So write that values. So 2 1 by 4, 2 2 by 4, 2 3 by 4. At last 4 by 4 remains as 1, that is 3 here. So what is the value to represent 2 1 by 4? So you can represent here. The value is 2 1 by 4. So this is a mixed fraction. If you change this mixed fraction to be improper, this is the value. So we can write either 2 1 by 4 here, or else you can. So listen. So we can represent this value as 2 1 by 4. This is 2 1 by 4, and second value means this is 2 2 by 4. And third value you can write 2 3 by 4. But our question is only a 2 1 by 4. So you can represent that line with the value 2 1 by 4, or else this is 9 by 4. So thank you children. You can do the activity at home and send in the WhatsApp group.